Hey, my fellow Take Fivers, we are back in action. Thank you for joining me. I just got out of a screening of Underwater, starring Kristen Stewart. Now, this movie, I went in with no expectations. I recommend you do the same. And I'm not terribly disappointed. It was a movie that definitely could have been a lot more. Obviously inspired by the classic Alien movie. Also has a ringing of Pandorum, if you ever saw that. It's at its best when it focuses on its claustrophobic elements of being deep in the bottom of the ocean. And it can be really suspenseful, especially with some of the camera angles they do. Now, the direction is acceptable, I would say. It has its moments where it had one really amazing jump scare, which just flew me back. I was floored. That was fun. Other than that, there's a few jump scares that don't really work. TJ Miller is in it. He kind of acts as the comic relief. Some of his jokes hit, a lot of them don't. So that kind of worked. The captain is actually Vincent Castle, who I'm a big fan of. I loved him in Black Swan. He's good in this. Not great, but good. Him and Kristen Stewart definitely carry the movie. It's strange because the movie starts, it just starts really. You have 5 minutes and then it's like, bam, story. And you're just going. Like everything is just floored from there. And I think it's at its best when it's just continuously moving. There's a little segment in the middle to the end when it kind of takes a break, takes 5 if you will. And it doesn't really work that effectively for me, but it's good. The beginning is really effective. Kristen Stewart, she's doing her best version of Sigourney Weaver basically in this. Where's Ridley when you need her? But she did a good job. I've always liked her. Even from her bottom of Twilight, I still enjoyed her in that, but she's only gotten better as an actress. She can definitely carry the screen. You're always a little worried whenever you see a movie in January. The middle of January can just be a shit spot for movies. And you don't know if you're just going to walk out and go, what did I do with the last 2 hours of my life? Luckily, this isn't that. It's not bad. There's another main actress in it. I'm not sure who she is, but the movie almost turns into like a women empowerment movie of sorts. It kind of works. It kind of doesn't. By the ending, you're definitely ready for it to end. And this is one of those creature features where it's the best when you don't see the actual creature. Even though this one's pretty interesting to look at, these movies just tend to work better when you don't really know what you're working with. And I can say this one definitely rings true with that. The middle is really effective in just building this suspense and this tension, and like I said, the claustrophobia of it. They have some camera angles from inside, like these water suits looking out the helmet, so you're right there with Kristen Stewart and some of the actors, Vincent Castle, and you can really just like get this feeling of, I'm in the middle of the ocean, you can't see anything, it's just pitch black, and there's this creature lurking, possible creatures, and in that way it's really effective. Overall, the movie is enjoyable, if not great. It's a decent way to spend 2 hours on a Wednesday night, in my case. I'm not disappointed I saw it, but these movies I always feel like can be so much more. We've seen what Alien was able to bring to the table, and we all want that replicated success. We want that level of movie that's able to sustain the suspense, but at the same time give us valid performances and a realistic story. And some of the decisions these characters make, it's like a bad horror movie though, in some sense, where it's just like, come on, man, like what are you doing? You're better than this. You're just asking to die. But the movie's okay. It's enjoyable. Check it out. I would give it a B-, and I think that's pretty fair. More reviews are coming. We have lots of new releases. It's obviously coming up on Oscar season, so I'm going to try and crank out some good ones. 1917 should be on the way. But keep an eye out. Thank you for coming back. Please subscribe, like, appreciate you. Thank you. Check you later.